Okay, or you have Sonic the Hedgehog tattooed across your chest and have mained him for like 10 years. There's no in between.
You get married on honeymoon. What's that, babe? Don't even worry about it. All right, don't even worry about it.
The Sonic suit stays on.
3, 2, 1.
But here we go. Sonic versus Wolfen. Banjo versus Sonic. Here we go.
So one thing in this matchup that is going to be interesting to see how Sonic plays around it is the side B. Because Banjo can be intangible, and that will stop any option that Sonic is doing. And that is just something to note is that, hey, how are you going to deal with that if, Wolfen opts to use that? Along with the projectiles, which are such a weird projectile that Banjo possesses, but definitely something that's going to be a nuisance for Sonic to get through.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, like you were saying, like, Banjo's options to get through it are pretty committal. Are you going to have to Wonder Wing this back? You should have. I mean, like, it's good to save the Wonder Wings when you can, but also, like, you have 5 of them in a stock. You have to use them in those situations because Sonic's F Smash reaches far, and Sonix, as a player, is going to have a good way to time that pretty consistently. Although you might still get hit. Case in point.
But that was just a beautiful setup by Sonix, just in advance going to the position that they needed to be in so that they'd be able to punish the only way essentially that Wolfen would be able to recover. Banjo sounds so hurt every time they're hit. Oh!
Not just hurt physically, but like emotionally. Like, it's like, oh, you wound me. Okay, but the egg and the forward air, that's going to hurt a little bit more. Banjo's forward air is no joke. One of the better kill options that he has, and one of the most non-committal ones, too. We're going to be seeing a lot of that during the set if things go Wolfen's way.
Yeah, definitely a great tool. Right now it is trailing in 92%. Fortunately, barring an edge guard, your Banjo's a bit heavy, probably not really in jeopardy of losing their stock quite yet.
Alright. Good composure right there by Wolfen, staying in shield. Even though shield's starting to get a little bit low, it's showing that you still have a resource to play with, and it's might as well use it. Use everything on the table to outweigh your opponent.
Yeah.
Nice grenade. Starting to see more of the grenades come out, and Sonic's putting a lot of respect onto them. Oh, no tech. Still had all the resources to make it back if that tech had happened, but now Sonic's, I feel like, might opt to slow it down a bit more. Banjo's approach options aren't bad. You can approach behind the Breagle Blast pretty easily, but, I mean, it's still Sonic. You can still just run away and avoid that whole situation.
What a conversion. Homing attack not connecting. Really fortunate for Wolfen, and Wonder Wing does connect. Even more fortunate for Wolfen. Does have Sonic off stage, but it was just so temporary as Sonic just fights their way right back on. And Wolfen trying to approach behind that egg firing. Not really seeming to matter too much, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like it'll come into play later if Wolfen keeps on going for that option. Because it's one of those things that's like, if you get the Breagle cancel and like get a pretty close hit, you can get so much off it as Banjo. But Sonic's just not giving you that position to really get too much consistently. Nice. Okay, starting to see more of the Wonder Wing come out. And that's going to be the X factor, and that changed the game. You see, Sonix didn't want to be on the ground there, so Wolfen, anticipating that, already up there with a forward air. So grenade in hand. I mean, I feel like the pieces are starting to click for Wolfen. Like, definitely finding the little hits, and definitely finding parts of the overall macro game plan that's going to come into play later on in the set. But as for this game, that will go to Sonix.
Yeah, that was really intelligent right there. Just Sonic's waiting for the shock spring jump and saying, after this, what are you going to do? Wonder Wing. Wonder Wing does not start up right away, so I will have a hitbox waiting for you to take your stock. Good awareness and recognition on Sonic's part.
On top of that, Wolfen was a little bit hesitant to go for the Wonder Wing because he only had 2 left for that stock. And on third stock, that's all you have for that game. So you have to really make sure you're using those in situations that would have made a huge difference. And even that moment of hesitation will give Sonix the time to find that last hit in.
And that's exactly what Sonix did. Game number 1 going to Sonix was last stock, so a lot more competitive than the match we saw earlier with Sonix, where it was really, really one-sided. So Wolfen can make some adjustments and might be able to kind of, bring it back. We'll see if that Brigo Blaster will come into play. I know that that's kind of how Wolfen was trying to approach, but I don't really know if there's a way to completely wall out Sonix. So maybe you just think about more of your hand-to-hand combat, what are you going to do when Sonix gets in your face, opposed to trying to avoid him from getting there.
1, go!
All right, so Wolfen trying to set up the wall early on small battlefield. Their counter pick of choice.
Maybe it's to lessen the space that Sonix has to kind of get started. Right now it technically was working. Yes, you're down again, and you missed the tech. And are you going the homing attack as well? And Sonix, who are you? Who is this man? You are a wizard. That was phenomenal.
Brutal. Oh my god. Absolutely unrelenting that entire way through. Wolfen trying to answer back with some strings of their own. Definitely swing for the fences. I respect that, but that string from Sonix was one of the best I've seen from him in a while.
It was, and it was extra nice because it was kind of a, hey, you're going to miss a tech, and you're still going to be able to make it back. So I'm preemptively putting myself in a position to punish the missed tech and then continue to follow up, secure that lead. Wolfen, great composure though, somehow still in this. Yes, you're down in stock, but you're still, you were below 30% for a while. You're still sub 50. You still have Sonix in kill range. You're still a heavyweight. You're still 100% in this.
But you're off stage again, burning that Wondering. Okay. Able to make it back, but only 2 charges left for this stock. I think after last game, Wolfen recognizing like, hey, I need to use these or lose these, so let's just go for them. When I see appropriate, just go for it and see what happens. Hang out and shield, able to weather out the spin dash, and nice parry. Like you said before, Wolfen still keeping their foot on the gas pedal, but Sonix just one step ahead of even those options.
Yeah. Wonder Wing. Smart stuff. Sonix waiting to see where Wonder Wing was going to come out, and then when it didn't, on reaction, just jumping up and intercepting Wolfen, saying, hey, shot spring jump. You just used it, where your stock is gone. Thank you, goodbye. And what was a really competitive game last game, granted, Sonix still won it really convincingly, was on their last stock. This one is looking worse. Sonix is making a ton of adjustments and only looking better and better as the game progresses. Homing attack, don't tell me. I was like, please not again. You already got your Twitch clip for the day. Calm down. You don't need more.
That's the thing. When you're that nice, you can be hungry for however many clips you want. Just go for it.
And this movement from Sonix is just amazing, and a bad air to the back of the head. Going out there.
Whoa, you're never safe. You have to Wonder Wing this, and you're still dead. That was ridiculous.
The rating on this chess player, is crazy. The Sonix, I can't tell if Sonix knew what was going to happen next, or if Sonix was hitting you so that you had to choose this next option. But really, really well played. Beyond convincingly won by Sonix. And just, I didn't know Banjo would be dismantled this way. But I'm taking tips and I don't even use Sonic.
Yes, sir. I don't blame Sonix for leaving this or for leaving it all on the table right now, because this is a qualifying match. The winner of this is qualified for the in-person regional finals. So, it's now or never for Sonix. And after this, anything that you do after this is icing on the cake. It's all to determine seeding later on. But this, you gotta win this. So, come correct or don't come at all.
Well, Sonix is definitely coming correct.
Yeah, 100%.
Sonix doesn't even want to blemish. Saying, oh, winners side on stream? Yeah, I don't lose. I don't lose here. Cannot count Wolfen out yet. Is a winner's quarter. But I mean, man, boy, do you have to dig deep. Do you have to find some exploitable habit that Sonix has that the rest of the world is currently unaware of?
Yeah, because Sonix hasn't dropped a game yet in this tournament. Still has yet to drop a single game. Ridiculous.
Yeah. And I mean, just what do you do? As Banjo, Regal Blast are not really helping. Egg firing not really doing much. Shock spring jump you're getting hit out of before you get a chance to Wonder Wing. So how do you recover? How do you approach? How do you stop them from approaching? I'm not quite sure the answer, but I definitely hope that Wolfen can figure something out quickly.
I think the only real thing that Wolfen can do is maybe change the positioning of the down Bs that are happening, because Sonix is shielding a lot of them. And then if you can get close enough to get a grab out of that, maybe even taking that trade or like doing something with your like invincibility during the throw or something. Like, and this is just all conjecture at this point because so much is just working right for Sonix right now that I have to like kind of dig deep to brainstorm something.
I'm wondering, maybe is Wonder Wing even an option? Do you just opt to Wonder Wing? Well, it worked right there. Do you just opt to Wonder Wing whenever Sonix goes for the spin dash? And yes, you're going to use the 5, but you're not using them to recover anyway.
Yeah. Or should we say not effectively, because Sonix just has you check down in them.
Yeah. Does have 2 Wonder Wings left. 129 to 102, the closest we have seen so far. Got the back air, good stuff coming in from Wolfen. Like, that's one of those scenarios right there. You saw the recovery with Sonix. You just throw out the Wonder Wing there and say, hey, let me risk it. Let me try to take the stock because if it hits, you will die.
And a lot of respect being shown on the side of Wolfen right now. But forward air, still not enough. But we are out here. We are going deep. Are we? And we're back.
We are using the spin jump right there. Technique that Sonix have, and it's clearly perfected. Where you're going from point A to point Z really quickly through the air.
Nice forward air, and there we go. Anticipating something. So another thing I was about to highlight is that Wolfen showing maybe too much respect to Sonix. Always holding shield when that spin dash is out, and okay, ow. I had a whole sentence plan, but he just got kicked like 8 times, dude.
You see why the respect was being being paid. Wonder Wing does manage to get Wolfen on stage, but only temporarily, as Sonix is not done yet. The trump is there. Not even a chance for a regrab and homing attack. You cannot make it back. Oh, you can. I spoke too soon. Wonder Wing. Wolfen having something up their sleeve.
Yeah, I'll say Wonder Wing was the only way that you could have really made it back right there. I was anticipating a punish from Sonix, but doing it a little bit closer than he would have liked. Oh, and missing the setup on the Breedle Blast cancel. Okay, with the Wonder Wings there. Stocks are still even. I mean, Banjo with a lot of rage. We haven't seen too many haymakers, but like, if there was a time to go for one and have it connect, it would be now.
Yeah. Oh, got in there, but wow, tech into the up B immediately.
Alright, last Wonder Wing. And well, never mind. You got a fresh 5 right now, courtesy of a new stock.
Use these last 5 wisely, because you're not getting more unless you win this game.
Very much in the cards, though. I mean, the adjustments from Wolfen are looking really, really nice. Sonix starting to play a bit more respect with that grenade, too. So maybe that might have a play on, I don't know, how the final bit of this match plays out. Oh, what a read! What a read by Wolfen.
Yes. Wolfen still having some fight. You are 52%, but as a heavyweight, not the end of the world. Not that bad quite yet. It is starting to get out of hand a little bit faster, though, as time moves on. Sonix